Hello, my loves. Welcome to another episode of Release. I am. I'm just here because I feel as though there are some things I have to say. So, of course, I'm gonna say them. I have been going through what I have called on here a dissolution of the soul. You may know this, or a dissolution of the ego, actually, excuse me. You may have heard of it as ego death, but I have explained on another episode, I think it was one about my spiritual journey, that I don't like calling it ego death because the ego never dies. But I'm currently going through that process. Whatever you call it, I'm currently going through it. And I am starting to kind of unravel a lot of the little sayings that people have about healing. And I'm starting to see how just as spirituality is presented in this aesthetic box, healing is also sometimes presented in that box, because healing is so messy, and people say like healing isn't linear. I've said it many times, but when you are experiencing the wildness of your own grief and the things that you have experienced, it becomes a little bit less than, oh, healing isn't linear, to more, healing can fucking suck. And I know that in translation, yes, like that would mean the same thing, that like things get bad and then better and then bad and then better. But I don't think that's necessarily what I'm talking about. As I've been going through the last month, I have felt a lot of my own traumas coming up. I have been remembering a lot of things, and I'm being faced with things that I realized that I was running away from. A lot of us, myself included, of course, find ourselves emotionally bypassing because we just can't handle the magnitude of what it takes to heal a certain wound. And another thing people don't talk about is that if you're running away from one wound that is so big, my love, it will spread into other parts of your life. And when it begins to spread, it may look a little different. The way that I'm seeing it in my head is like this thing that you want to heal and to alchemize, to transform. It's all sitting in a bowl. And the more that you neglect it, the more corroded that this bowl becomes. And the water from this bowl starts leaking into different containers. And every container is a different shape. So the water is going to, of course, appear to look different, quote unquote, in those vessels. But it's still the same thing, it just looks different. And I'm realizing that there are some things that I recognize that I was running away from. Things that I guess that it's sometimes the things that we deal with feel so much larger than us that we are overwhelmed even thinking about it. I have talked about, a little trigger warning, but I have talked about being assaulted on here. And that has honestly changed the trajectory of my life. Not that being assaulted means that I can never do what I want to do, but in the sense that that alone invokes so many different things. And I guess that I am trying to find a way to really go through and into that. And of course, that is surrounded by a lot of other events. It wasn't, well, not of course, but that wasn't necessarily like an isolated event in the sense that that happened. And then nothing else bad, quote unquote, bad ever happened to me, or nothing ever traumatized me after that moment. So that's all I have to work with. There are so many other things that I have to go through that are surrounded or that surround that event. And I keep hearing people say things like, oh, you just have to observe your feelings and then let it go. When, yes, on the surface level, that, yes, like I understand where it's coming from. You know, you don't let yourself get into the depths of it, and you don't allow yourself to be in it too long because it can affect the state that you currently are in. I totally understand that, but I also don't believe that observation is just, spending a moment with that feeling. Observation is really diving into that feeling. There is no way to kind of dip your toe into it. It's just like you have to go all in. And to me, observation is such a light term to use. I have to become immersed in my pain. I have to relive my pain in order to heal it. And now I'm beginning to understand why a lot of people ignore and a lot of generations run away from healing, because you have to face yourself and you have to see ways in which you have played a role in your suffering by running away, by prolonging it, by extending your energy into spaces that do not appreciate or do not deserve you. I am struggling to, I guess, reorganize the parts of me that need to see light, the parts of me that my mom says that people see that I am soft and kind and they take advantage of me. And I am not going to disagree with her because she has seen firsthand how people have taken advantage of me, of my kindness, of what I was willing to give. And I also don't regret it because I know that those people needed so much love and they needed so much care. And I could see how hurt and broken and how much they were really feeling. And of course, I'm not going to say that I totally get it and I feel their pain and I know, but there is a certain kind of thing that radiates off of someone that just needs something in their life, if that makes sense. And I can feel that this person needs someone to love them. And I've always taken it upon myself to love the people who I feel this coming from, to reach out when I feel like, oh, this person needs a word, or whatever I need to do for that person. It has always been a part of me to give, give, give. And I've spent a lot of time taking myself off of the back burner and recognizing that I am also a person. And obviously, you're going to roll your eyes and say, Adriana, you are a person, of course. But it's more than that. I have always felt like a gateway a gateway to guide other people towards their happiness. I guess it's like shaman energy. Always felt as though other people are connecting with me to just bring a little bit of light, bring a little bit of love, bring a little bit of wisdom, just bring an ear, whatever they need. And it has taken me so much time to recognize that I am also shepherding myself on this journey. I am also guiding myself on this journey. I am also on my own healing journey, and I cannot put myself aside any longer because I am seeing how I am hurting myself and how that little container that holds all the water before is now spilling over, and I can see the direct effects of it on me. And I can see how it's mostly my mother, that I can see how just her recognizing that I'm going through even 1/25th, like she's aware of the a very small percentage of what is currently in my heart and things that I'm currently trying to unlearn and to unravel. And she is so heartbroken to know that I'm going through all of this, and I have chosen to go through it all alone. And I just wanted to say that you do not have to go through it all alone. And I know that it's easier said than done because some of us have learned over the course of our lives to be able to suck it up and move on. But suck it up and move on is not going to lead you to a better you. Suck it up and move on is going to lead to burnout. Suck it up and move on is going to lead to breakdowns. Suck it up and move on is going to lead to it again spilling over into parts of your life that you don't want that to happen. And before you know it, everything is going to have water over it. Everything is going to get messy. You won't be able to really see how things got so bad so fast. Because it felt like something small at the beginning, but then it's all connected in a way that I think that we will never, ever really realize. And it's just one of those things where it requires the most patience. It requires the most grace. It requires the most forgiveness, but also reminding yourself, like, okay, the boundaries have to come into play, right? The new rules have to come into play. The new lessons of alignment have to come into play. A lot goes into healing. And if right now you feel like your healing journey, you're like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. My love, I'm sorry, but I'm here to tell you that you are so deserving of that more healed version of you, because I believe that I don't think you can be fully healed in this lifetime. We are always learning to be better and always learning to expand. But I just wanted to say that you are doing such a good job. You are doing such a good job, and you may not know me, but I wanted to say that I am proud of you and I genuinely love you. And I don't get on here to say, I love you because I just like to say that sentence. I'm saying it because I want you to know that love is your birthright. And you are so loved even in spaces that you don't think that love can find you. I have said this before, that love is in the trees, love is in the wind, love is in the flowers, love is in you, love is in every single moment. And right now, I guess I'm just trying to convey that divine love to you. That I love you, and I really hope that you take it easy on yourself, because you are doing something that maybe many generations before you could not do, and you are attempting. And they are proud of you, and I am proud of you. And things have to feel harder before they get easy, and I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say that you have to reconfront and re-examine all these things that have left you broken and tired. But you can do this, and you have been doing this. And I want you to take a moment to look at how far you have come. Because I know if you're listening to my podcast that you are probably on your healing journey, your release journey, your self-love journey. And I want you to just try to take it as slow as you can. Everything isn't about healing. Allow yourself to have fun too. Allow yourself to see the beauty in life, because healing can suck everything out of you. Right now, in this ego dissolution, in this dark night, I am trying to see the light in the darkness. I'm trying to see the stars in the dark night sky. I'm trying to recognize the pleasure in the pain. I'm trying to see the duality. I'm trying to see where the as above, so below fits into this. I'm just trying to find some light in this. And I hope that whoever listens to this episode finds something, finds some comfort, finds a new spark to continue on this healing journey, and they find a little bit of a reminder that they're so loved. And you are so, so, so loved, and maybe you will never see the magnitude at which you are loved, but I hope that one day the love of the divine will be reflected in a way that you can comprehend. I hope that one day you will feel the love that is really resonating through the universe to you. So I love you, and I think I'm going to end this episode with a few affirmations. I've never done this before, but if you can, like if you're alone and you can close your eyes and repeat after me out loud, or you can just really focus on the words that I'm saying and keep your eyes open. It's all up to you, but we're just gonna say a few affirmations, and I want you to really feel into them and recognize that they are true. So let's begin. I am loved. I am worthy of new beginnings. I am destined for greatness. I have a beautiful life. My life is getting more and more beautiful by the second. I deserve everything I'm dreaming of. Ashe, 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 ashe. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. And stay hydrated. Eat your food. Get some sunshine if you can. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.